They were all over him on that look.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Talking to Coach, he said that this is one of the few times he's not had to worry about defense heading into a game. Coach said, it's nice knowing that the more scoring there is, the better it is for the game. And the better it is for us, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And the West All-Stars with possession, stolen by Wade. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. And that one's good. And that'll tie this game up. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. From deep three-point range, Westbrook no good. Pass to George. Outside Anthony. Three-pointer. Rebound Kawhi Leonard. Anthony's gone 1 of 3 on the night. And here's Leonard from 3. Good.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Lowry kicks to James. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Leonard. And it's Bryant in the corner. Wing shot on the way. Crane for 2 points. Kobe's got 5.
Kobe getting it done. Just a gorgeous shot that time.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And George with the stuff.
Making 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
Hey, guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Durant. Draymond Green comes in for Bryant. Thompson, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And Paul subbed in for Steph Curry.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
Now here's Green. Now here's Paul. Takes a 3. And Green with the basket on the assist by Paul. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Thomas kicks to Butler. Back to Thomas. Passes it to Butler. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Thomas against Paul. Thompson outside. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Over to the wing. 5 on the clock. The drive by Paul, and he jams it with authority.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Now here's Cousins. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. The feed now to Drummond. Left side Bosch. And he gets it to go.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Paul against Thomas. Paul goes in, goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Now here's Butler. Oh!
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in the game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Guys, what we've seen so far from the West All-Stars, what do you think?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
We've got Draymond Green, Aldridge out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Curry, and it's Harden in at the shooting guard position. So that's the West All-Stars 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now, here's Millsap. And that one's good.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Curry against Wall. Kicks to Curry. Fires the three. Rejected by Wall. Feeds it to Millsap. And Davis sends it back. Right side, Green. The three from Harden. And that one's good. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Here is Harden following the basket by John Wall.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He told the huddle they need to go hard to the hoop whenever possible to either draw fouls or get high percentage looks right at the 10. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Curry's gone 3 of 5 shooting from the floor. Ball's knocked loose. Down low, here's Davis. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside for Millsap. Dishes at the Wall. Millsap passes to Drummond. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Pass to Harden. Back to Curry. Aldridge a screen. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Curry. That's now 8 points for James Harden.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And it's the West All-Stars ball. And it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. The West making some changes. Durant's checked in for Aldridge. Bryant comes in for Draymond Green. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Steph Curry. James checked in for the East. Now, here's George. He has 6. Here's Wall.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over. And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jump.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Here's George. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And that one's good. 8 points here for George.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
It's stolen by Wall. And they're on the break. And Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Cousins comes in for Davis. And Paul subbed in for James Harden. A big group substitution here for the East. Chris Bosh is checked in for Millsap. Anthony comes in for George. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Thomas subbed in for John Wall. Now here's Bosh. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And it's Bryant in the corner. Puts up a 3. That drops. Kobe's got the lead up to 14 now for the West All-Stars.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
East All-Stars on offense. Thomas goes in. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
There's the dish to Durant. And the pass to Paul. The kick out to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Paul. Beyond the arc. And it's blocked by DeRozan. And they get it back. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
You know, it's quite surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
They're talented, and they've been able to overcome some loose play, but they need to clean it up in the second half.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. Outside DeRozan. To the inside. Here's LeBron. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in. LeBron's got 5 points so far.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Now here's Paul. 19 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Thomas with the steal. Now it's Thomas running. He can go all the way. And he finished it off with a lay-in. Thomas got his first bucket in this one.
not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And so we conclude the first half. It's the West All-Stars. They lead by 12. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is just about ready to get started. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Curry's been able to continue his game. He has 8 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Lowry out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Anthony. And it's James in at center, locking down the middle.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
Back to Lowry. The shot is off. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Westbrook with it. Now Anthony defending. The three from Bryant. Good. Kobe's got 11 points.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
And George, here we go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in their rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. From the baseline. That's good for George on the assist by Lowry. 10 points for Paul George.
They're on fire from mid-range, guys. They found a weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
And it's not often you see a team as efficient from that short 17, as I like to call it, but it's really worked well for them today.
And so here are the West All-Stars. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Lowry dishes to Wade. Goes up on the wing, and the shot is good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Curry. He's got 10. Leonard on the wing. And here's Westbrook from the arc. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. He's got 5.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Westbrook's gone 1 of 2 shooting from 3. Knocked away. Lowry kicks to Wade. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Now here's Durant. Shot is off. Great D that time from LeBron. Wade passes to Lowry. George with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Leonard kicks to Durant. And stolen by James. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 5. lays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 7 points in the game.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Knocks it loose. Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back. And the dunk by Westbrook.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's James. He has 5. Such a wide open look. And that's 13 points for Dwayne Wade.
Putting you in. No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Fast break. Here we go. George, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Timeout called East All-Star. So the West ends up going with the new group. And DeRozan, here we go, and he goes in for the dunk.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautiful.
High-level skills being showcased out there now, fellas. I mean, that was a terrific hoop.
.127 left in the 3rd quarter. Outside Millsap. The quick look, no good that time. And so here are the West All-Stars. 13-point lead. Green against Thomas. Here's Bosch. The West All-Stars pull it in. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. No good from Cousins.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
And Thomas, here we go. No good there with the step-back J. Green. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Here's Thomas. He feeds it to Bosch. He kicks it to DeRozan. Releases from 15. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 3rd rebound on the night. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
They're doing well overall, but the turnovers have been the exception.
Yeah, it has been, and they've been able to overcome the carelessness to this point, but I'm sure the coaching staff wants that to get cleaned up right now.
Thomas kicks to Millsap. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
We've got 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. To the paint. Here's DeRozan. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. DeRozan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Here's Thomas. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. West All-Stars lead by 12. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th.